This is a tutorial for a 22-inch Rosebud Lace button-up cardigan, and for this I have cast on 65 stitches, and I've knit twisted rib for 10 rows, and then I knit 4 rows, so it's the first row is knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you're going to knit 2 together, wool forward, knit 1, wool forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass that slip stitch over, and then knit 5. And then do the same again, knit 2, wool forward, knit 1, wool forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass that slip stitch over, catching the wool there, then knit 5. And then knit 2 together, get some wool off the ball, wool forward, knit 1, wool forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass that slip stitch over, knit 5, knit the last 5 stitches. And when I knit the last on the knit stitches, the last stitch I always knit into the back of it. Gives you a little bit of a neater edge down there, because that side always seems to end up a little bit baggy for some reason, I don't know why. And the next row is just purl all the way across. Now I've finished that purl row. Now I'm going to do the little hole that comes above the 2 holes together. And I'm going to knit 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's wool forward, knit 2 together, and then knit 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wool forward, knit 2 together, then knit 8 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wool forward, 2 together, and then you knit the last 6 stitches. And that's the first part of the rosebud. I will knit the number of rows up to the next one. I'm going to knit a purl row and then another 4 rows. So from that stitch it's actually 5 rows you knit, and then I'll show you how to do this part. And now for the next part of the pattern, where the buds come in between. You have 2 like that and 1 in between to do that one. We'll start that one off. We're going to knit 2 together first, wool forward, knit 1, wool forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, knit 5, knit 2 together, wool forward, knit 1, wool forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass that slip stitch over, knit 5, knit 2 together, wool forward, knit 1, wool forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass that slip stitch over. I am now at the last 5 stitches and I'm going to knit 2 together, wool forward, knit 1, wool forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass that slip stitch over. And now I'm going to knit a purl row. And now I'll be back when I've done that row. And now we're on to the single hole on this row. And with this row we're going to knit 2, wool forward. Now you know the centre stitch, like I told you in the middle, that centre stitch and the stitch over the hole is where you make the 2 together. And then it's knit 8, yarn forward, knit 2 together, knit 8, now I meet you at the end of that row. So I'm at the last 3 stitches, yarn forward, knit 2 together and knit that last stitch. And then I'm going to purl 1 row and knit another 4 rows and then start the pattern all over again. So that is the 16 rows to this pattern. I was going to do this all in one, the whole thing all in one, and then upload the whole lot together, but I think I'll do it a bit at a time because I think it's going to take quite a while for this tutorial. I'm now up to the armholes. And we measure across there. You can see, blow it up a bit. You can see it measures 12 inches, and this is a 22 inch, but when you're doing a 22 inch you do need a little bit extra if the body is 22 inches. So this back will measure 12 inches, but you'll lose a little bit. You'll probably lose a little bit on each side on the sewing up. And I have started the decreasing. I've cast off 3 stitches each side. I've knit 50 rows. And when I got up to this last rosebud here, where you knit 4 rows before you start on the next one, I knitted 2 rows, and on the last 2 rows of the plain stocking stitch I casted off 3 stitches on each side and then started the next rosebud with the decreasing. And the first decrease was on the 4th row, and then it's every other row after that until you have 21 21 stitches. I have to get my book. I didn't bring the book with me. Yes, it's 21 stitches for the 22. I have 23 for when I do the 24, but you don't take any notice of that until I do the 24. When I do the 24, I'll mark underneath the size to make sure you don't get mixed up. But this is the what I've done up to now of the 22. So when you're doing the rosebuds as you're shaping, like this rosebud here, you just need to follow, but to know where to start that rosebud, you just need to look at the single little dot, 2 rosebuds below. You don't follow that one there, you follow the second one down, and you just follow that line up the middle there from that one dot. And when you follow that line, after you've done the decrease, when you see where that line is, you'll have 2 stitches either side that you, of that single line there, that you knit 2 together and then make 1, knit 1 and then 2 to knit wool forward and then do your slip 1, knit 1. But I'll show you how I've done the decrease. It's just knit 1. Get the wool's wrapped around the it's wrapped around the handle on my door here. Get it out of the way. So you're going to knit 1, slip 1, knit 1 and pass the slip stitch over. And then I'm on to making the hole at the top of the 2 little holes. So we're going to knit 2, wool forward, knit 2 together, and then knit 8 to the next little hole. So you wool forward, knit those 2 together, knit 8, you wool forward again, knit 2, and now I'll meet you at the end of that row. And that's how you do the decrease. So that's the back finished. Now I'm going to put the stitches onto a holder. But all you have to remember when you're doing the rosebud, that the stitches are going to be different. You won't have the same number of stitches at the as you can see, there's a small gap there, but it gets wider as you go up. So you have to go by this, the top of the little bud here, and follow that line up past 2. You miss that one out and follow it up to the second one. And when you come to that, you're near that stitch on your needle, there's 2 stitches before that stitch that you knit together and make your stitch. So you have to work these rosebud things out for yourself for the shaping. And I have 23 stitches left on the needle, and I'm going to put that on the holder. So that's the back finished. Now to start on one of the fronts. I'll bring that back down again. You can see a better that finished. And I'm changing what I had written on the book because I had 21 stitches, but I'm changing it to 23. Because I think that the raglan was long enough. So it will probably be 25 on the 24, so cross that off. So that's the information that I've done up to now. Anyone wants to take a screenshot of that or just copy down what I have written. But I may write it out, the whole thing, and put it into the description box when I finish the whole thing. So that's a little bit for now. Just thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll start a tutorial when I do the next part.